A good day to everybody. My name is Domenico Dugo, and as the president in charge of the European Society of Surgical Oncology, I express my thanks, my profound thanks for the privilege of addressing to you today at the American College on a topic that is of a wide interest for all of us. The topic is well expressed in its big figures by a recent paper by the Lancet Commissions that express in numbers what we already know dramatically. 5 billion people all over the world do not access to a safe, affordable surgical care, and 143 million people will need additional surgical procedures every year in low and middle income countries. Most of them will face catastrophic health expenditure since there is no social security or a public health system in those countries, and investing in surgical services will save life, but not only. It will promote economic growth and is affordable compared to these numbers. The reason why this is happening worldwide is rather well known, because everybody knows that there is a continuous shortage of workforce, not only in the Western countries, but increasing also in low and middle income countries. The travel distance towards an affordable care centers is increasing with an inverted proportion regarding the income of those countries, and the gross product will be affected in a growing way, especially from some diseases, and cancer is in the first row. I am thankful to my friend Are Chandra, because the Global Forum of Cancer Surgeons that at present is led by him has recently sent out a position statement in order to create awareness on the status of cancer surgery worldwide. And we all know how quality surgery is important to control a disease that by 2032 will be the leading cause of death worldwide, more than infectious diseases, more than cardiovascular diseases very soon. So we have to improve awareness, improve quality, and improve research on this specific topic. One good example on how we can do this comes from the Global Surge. That is a collaborative group, mainly coming from juniors, by trainees that know how to use images and quick, simple data in order to express a problem and to introduce it to people, with the collaboration of young doctors from all over the world, mainly through the use of social media. So the collaborative study was warranting the authorship to all participants, provided that they are giving quality control data. The observational study was very quick, just 2 weeks of enrollment was given. The electronic data capture was on an open source software, and the link was based on social media. You see that they have had the possibility of recording data from more than 10,000 patients. The collaborators were 1,500 from 357 hospitals worldwide. And it is very clear from this infographic that the relationship of the same kind of information, in this case, 24-hour mortality, is much higher in these countries. Also, the 30 days post-surgical mortality is higher. And looking at a so-called cultural key point, that is the use of the checklist, it is only used in 1 case out of 3 in the low middle income countries, whereas it's 90% in the West. So these are numbers that can make a difference if they are correctly collected and expressed and explained to all. This is good research, even if it is not rocket science. This is not of the same importance, even if it's coming from the same group. And I want to show this because in this case, they were not able to collect high quality data at the same proportion. You see only 1,200 patients from the low middle income countries, but the majority were from the West. So this is expressing big differences, but not at the same rate of clarity from the study before. So we need to go on and to use participation of doctors and data collectors from low middle income countries at their best possibility. There is a cooperation that's called the Global Health Research Unit that reunited people, especially from low middle income country clinicians, in order to identify through a Delphi methodology what are the main topics that should be addressed for future research and the subtopics. Access to surgery, perioperative care are, of course, at the first, in the first row, but outcome of cancer surgery again is very much felt as a priority. This is the picture of the group that reunited. They have decided to classify themselves in 5 sub-hubs with many spokes, and they will record with the same way that I showed you from the first study published by the Global Search, information regarding the subtopics that they have identified as priority. This is a good way of working today, and this has been very helpful also during the emergency of the pandemic. We have no time to speak about this, but this is an example how the use of the network will make a difference. Networking between juniors is very easy because millennials talk through social media like we talked some time ago in congresses. And this is an example of a paper published by the ISAC, that is the SO Young Surgeons and Alumni Club. This is regarding the effects of radiation therapy on rectal cancer. So you don't see any data coming from those countries where radiation therapy practically does not exist. But this is again to show you how uniting juniors, new ideas, quick data collection, social media, and quick internet connection is the best way of promoting research worldwide. And this is another study that's been recently accepted that has been drawn and realized using the same approach. And in this case, the topic was the nutritional assessment in surgical oncology. I will not go through the scientific data, but I'm talking about the methodology on how to collect and use big data in order to improve surgery in low and middle country. And a systematic review has outlined very clearly and rather recently that prospective studies collecting large volumes of patient level data within low middle income countries have been included in this meta-analysis, and large volumes of data are becoming more common and provide a strong foundation for continuing investigation. So this is the way to go. It means that we all know that the way of sharing our knowledges and our research interests is not anymore libraries and congresses, and medical bibliographic databases are very useful, but they have not expandable public using them. What has made a difference has been the use of the internet search engines and today social media interactions. And not only those, but also the visual abstract era is an important difference since languages are different. Numbers sometimes are not easy to interpret, but the visual abstract is another way of communicating fast and identifying common area of interest in the best way. It's not, even if we are not speaking the same mathematic or language. Of course, this process should be supervised by scientific societies that have identified this problem as one of the major problems for surgical care in the next decades. And ESO is doing that with fellowships that are offered specifically to people that coming from the low and middle income countries, but the same is done to the American College of Surgeons. I am thankful with this old picture because one of the first one winning this opportunity was one of my juniors that now after this wonderful experience has become an academic. And so creating the circulation of young minds is a way to go. This is not only done by scientific societies. There are a lot of important medical schools all over the world that address to this problem, and they edit project locations in a lot of countries, well knowing that this is the main problem affecting humanity in the next decades. I have been fast because I know that some space will be given to this debate in the next minutes. I am also, again, expressing my thanks to Are Chandrakat and to the American College of Surgeons, reminding to all of you that are interested in this topic that we will be discussing again some of these aspects of the future of surgery also in the ESSO 2020 virtual congress that will be held in the next month. Thank you again for attention, and thanks again to the American College of Surgeons for hosting me, giving me the privilege to address to you today. Goodbye.